Hello everybody, this is Frogman and welcome back to Levitated. Last episode we were working on doing a couple of things to get a silly little Loonium flower going up and working, and I've since done all the rest of the work to play around and get it to build, so we can build that here in just a second. Wanted to show you a couple little things that we did change because I did use quite a bit of the mana that we had stored up. And I know it's kind of loud over here, so I'm going to have to talk over it. I did go ahead and build in a kind of a temporary structure for some Gormalaeus flowers so that we can kind of start using up some of the food that we have. And I did just kind of been hand feeding this a little bit. And I went ahead also and crafted 9 more of the endo flames, mainly because it seems like this is just going to be the easiest way to make a lot of mana over time. So we're now making quite a reasonable amount here, and I went ahead and kind of just automated this slightly. We have a green input on one side and a red input on the other, and we're controlling that with an animated torch from Britannia that is being controlled by a hovering hourglass. And all that's doing is just toggling in between the sets of droppers that are around the Gormalaeus. So let me go ahead and turn that on. It may probably run slow once. Nope, there we go. And then they'll do that. But basically what the Gormalaeus needs is, if we haven't, I think we've already messed with this guy at least one time, but you need to be able to feed it at least 2 different types of foods in order for it to function correctly. Otherwise, you get diminishing returns on the food that you have. So I'm going to toss that red coal down and not worry about it for right now. And it's just kind of there to just produce some stuff. We're going to have to eventually get a little bit more input from the food that we're currently growing up there down into here. But I need some other things before that happens, so I'm just kind of hand feeding it for right now. Anyhow, on to the thing that we were working on, the Loonium flower. Let's talk about the Loonium flower, and we'll talk about this here in a second too, because the reason why we're making so much mana right now is because I used it all up to make a bunch of Terra Steel. So let's look in this chest over here. We have the runes that we need for that flower, so let's grab the runes that we need. We need some pixie dust. We also need a grape flower petal, some green flower petals, and a redstone root to be able to make this dude. So these guys were not I hate it when this happens. They're not impossible to make. You just have to, two of the 3 require the runes of winter, and they also require some mana diamonds. Mana diamonds are nothing more than just tossing a diamond into a mana pool. But these are the tier 3 runes. They use a lot of mana to be able to craft. So rune up that, come back here, come here, please, thank you. Open, are done. This is the only one that required anything different. The rune of sloth, it required a rune of autumn, which requires some other things that it was kind of locked out for a little while. We can craft these now depending on how much stuff we have over there doing things and coming through some stuff. So spider eye, I believe, is just some stuff that we have to craft through a few other things. But let's go ahead and get this guy made. I need a piece of a seed and a piece of seed. I need a seed, and I need my wand of the rod of the seas so that we can do this. So 4 of those, 1 of those, 1 of those, 1 of those, and goodbye a lot of expensive parts. Loonium, get. Thank you. Awesome. Beautiful. Love it. First thing we're going to do with that guy is we're going to craft it into a floating flower just to make it easier to manage. So now we have a floating Loonium. And do you have stuff here? You do. Uh-oh. No. No, we don't. Oh, crap. I knew it was going to spawn something right off the bat to be a creeper or something. Who knows what, but that's fine. It has quite a range for mana then. I wonder where it got that from. Anyhow, we need to go ahead and grab us a little bit more of a mana pool. So let's see. We need some living rock, which we should have a few living rocks left. And what we're going to do is we're just going to use the partial amount. We're just going to use a little bit of what's in this to be able to do what we need to do. So the next step thing here is I want to go ahead and craft a little bit better armor. Not that I'm really worried about this, but when we do decide we want to go fight Gaia or some of the other things to kind of progress, I want a little bit better armor. Now, I don't think there's much we can do towards some of the other armors that are available at this point, so let's go ahead and make some Terra Steel stuff. So Terra Steel is going to take a whole bunch of this. I think it's, well, we'll just make a bunch. It doesn't really matter. That's way too much as it is. I hope I got enough here. Yes, I did. Okay, whatever. So the boots. Boots are this. So we got some nice boots. Let's get some leggings. Thank you very much. And the chest plate, thank you very much, as well as the Terra Steel helmet. Helmet, do the correct one. Thank you very much. I love this armor for one reason mainly, is the fact that when you have the full set on, and you read it right here, 20% less on mana costs, regen if hunger isn't topped off, and passive mana generation and mana tablets. So it's just like having a rune or a mana, what is it, the Band of Aura? This one right here, it's like having that one on you at all times. So it will attempt to try to keep your mana tablets and your other stuff empty. So get rid of that, get rid of that. All right, we should be good to go now, I think, as far as what I want to do. That does mean, however, that I'm going to have to figure out how to keep that on all the time and these, but for right now, we won't worry about it. It's not going to be that bad as far as dealing with these mobs. We're only after a couple of things. So what I want to do is I need to go ahead and make 3 more data models, I believe. Where is our thing? It's not in there. Why is it not in there? Where is my doohickey? Is it in here? Yes, it's right there. Deep Learner. Now, the Deep Learner, what we're also going to be going after at this point is we're going to be going after... The whole reason why we made this flower was so we could learn a couple of more mobs. So, data model... We're going to need a few more of these. Do I have any of those? No. So let's do... Man, I have nothing. Click, click, go. Make me a bunch of redstone torches. And some more of these. Thank you. Data model. We need a model for a zombie, a skeleton, a creeper, and a spider. Those are going to be the ones we're going to get. So we should need about 4 more of these. 1, 2... 3, 4. And I think I can do the zombie, I can do the skeleton, and I can do the creeper, and I can do the spider. Cool. Now I'm going to do all 4 of those. All we got to do is kill these things 4 times. All I got to do is kill each one of these. Actually, I don't even think it's 4 times now. I think it's maybe 4 times, because I have the glitch-infused sword. We made this for a reason. I was hoping that I'd be able to actually level this thing up and do a decent amount of damage to it. Apparently, that current damage increase thing has been removed. However, the fact is what happens if I kill something with this sword, I get double the amount of points for it. So that means I really necessarily only need to kill 3 of each of those things to get this over with. So I'm hoping that we can get some of this going. So I want to make sure my mana tablet is as full as it can be, and it is. We're just going to dump probably about half of that in there. I know it's going to probably cost more than that. Can we make another mana tablet real quick? I know it's going to take more than that. Let's do... Where is the tablet? That thing. I'm just going to make another one of these really quickly. Cool. And then we'll fill it up. I think I can do that over this one. Yes, cool. We'll just fill that up and let it go. And hopefully this stuff works. The only problem with that is we're kind of chewing through food reasonably quickly on these guys. I wish we had a little bit better food to process. But I'm using the 2 foods that we currently have right now that are fairly equal in time. So there's 11 pieces of sand in that, or 12 pieces of sand in this hovering hourglass, which gives us about 12 seconds, which gives us enough time to clear the food. But there's one thing I love about Gormalaeus is that they will continuously produce a reasonable amount of mana so long as you can feed them. So if you have Pam's Harvest Craft or something that provides a really good food in the pack that you're playing, they're really good for making a lot of mana. So, did we fill this tablet up? Yes, we did. Okay, cool. So that means we have a full greater band of mana and a mana tablet full of stuff. So let's go set this up somewhere safe-ish. Matter of fact, we'll just do it over here. Since we already have a kind of an arena going, I will dig this thing up. We'll put you in here. And if I'm lucky enough, this should do what I need it to do. So we're going to place the Loonium down in the center. I'm going to make sure that it has... Where's the reach? I hate that. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe right there. Yeah, okay, cool. And we're going to place a lever down next to it so it can shut itself off so that we don't have a problem. And you should now, we'll just break it and replace it. It's easier to do it that way. Did that work? Okay, cool. So we'll toss the stuff in you, and then that's going to fill that up. Basically what it's going to do is it's going to use a lot of mana to try to spawn a mob. And this mob is going to have a loot item along with it. So that should be fairly interesting as far as things go. All we're really after, again, is the data models that we're going to get with that thing. That's really all I'm after at this point. So did you empty? Finish it. Go ahead and fill that up and then see what we get off of one tablet. And this is going to be my project for today. This is what I want to do. I need to get all of those models sorted out. I for sure want that skeleton one because we're going to need the bone meal. We are going to need the bone meal. So go ahead and fill that thing all the way up. We're going to want to run a lot of stuff through those garden cloches, and we're going to need as much fertilizer as we can. So let's see here. I'm going to let that fill up, and then we're going to start to work on this. Alrighty then. Yeah, that didn't take too long. And that's one thing I love about this thing. You just saw it, I think. You might have just saw it. Let's see. Can I have this? If I'm holding it in my hand right now, you can see that I can't. It won't register. Let me take these off. See, now you notice I can hold it in my hand. If I put this in here, that means it's being active. That means that armor is trying to fill this tablet up, or this ring up, which is awesome. I love it. Now, the other thing is again, let's see, regen, even if hunger isn't topped off, it will slowly, over a period of time, produce a little bit of regen for us. So it is really, really, really good armor. If we could fly without that elytra, we'd be set. So let's go see how much fun we can have. We're just going to have to do this a few times. Nope. Yes. Spider, hi. Thank you. What are we going to do? Ow, hi, zombie. I'm really after the skeletons. That works. Hello. How are you? Excellent. So that means we can put that in a machine. Come here. One more of those. Excellent. We need 2 more spiders. Or 1 more spider. 2 more spiders and 2 more creepers. 1 more spider, 2 more creepers. There's a creeper. Nope. Thank you. Come on. Hi. Come on, creeper. I need you. Ooh, God, I hate these things. Thank you. Oh, it did finally work. I don't know how many things I've killed with that stinking sword. What do we got now? 15 damage. Beautiful. Come on, creeper. Did it grow again? Oh, it does work. Awesome. So that means I can kind of just sit there and play with this a little while and make it better. Come on, creeper. 1 more creeper. Off. Hi, skeleton. Awesome. Okay, we got a whole bunch of random junk for that kind of stuff. We got dark boots. Why did I end up with so much of those? Because I made too many. All right, so we got a machine upgrade. This is how we're probably going to get a lot of these capacitors, and that's how we're going to get some of the fun stuff. And I got a bunch of just random junk otherwise, but I guess it does actually work. So we started with an attack damage of 13. I believe we are now current damage increase of 4. So that's pretty cool. That means I can actually upgrade that sword over time. I did not realize that it was going to do that. We kind of played around with it earlier, and it didn't want to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and eat those golden apples. I'm going to go ahead and kill some more mobs until we run out of the mana that's sitting in here, and I will be back with you guys in a little bit. Alrighty then, well that was fun. I went ahead and filled it up again and used up a little bit more of our mana just for the funs and giggles of it. It's simpler and cheaper at this point, I guess, to kind of advance these models using this method. Plus it gets you to the able point where you can actually make this sword really, really, really good. I mean, it'll be better than my other one after a little while. And hey, I guess that doesn't really matter. I think I can probably make those as it is. Spawner. Agitator. Yeah, we can make those anyway. They just need a gas tier, but that's cool. Those are really, really, really handy. That might actually be usable somehow, some way. I don't know. We'll have to think. But anyhow, I ended up with a whole bunch of random junk and a bunch of cool stuff. So we're just going to kind of clean through and bring home the stuff that's good. I don't need any of that. I don't need any of you. I need to make sure that stays here. We could play with that if we really felt like it, but I don't think I'm going to mess with it. I think that bucket of water has been here for a little while, so very cool. Let's grab our stuff and let's go back to base. I don't think this works in the end. I think I'm going to have to do it once we get to the overworld section, so I guess this doesn't make any sense, but whatever. Trying to work on some of the later on quests, and it doesn't matter, so... Let's see, we got a whole bunch of capacitors. Are any of these better than what we had? So let me see, that's energy intake. This, I had one that said it was going to be good in an alloy smelter. Let's see, you? Alloy smelter, machine use, increase energy storage, speed of range of machines, global level, farming station size. Are you any better? Let's see, do we have anything we can cook? Let's cook that than what it was. Versus no difference. Holds the same amount of power. Holds a little more power. No, it holds less power, so that's utterly worthless to me. Okay, cool. So anything else good? That's the only problem with these. Some of these are okay, some of these are not. Like this one has a specific setting for a combustion generator. It'll be able to do a few things. Energy buffer, energy intake, energy painter, glower. We'll have to play with those. I'm gonna go ahead and just put them in a box because they don't stack. And some of this other stuff doesn't stack either. We'll go ahead and put those away. We'll probably end up moving into those maybe eventually. Theoretically, I could actually attach the theoretically I can attach the elytra that we have to the dark chest plate, I believe, but I'm not really worried about that part right now. Mainly because of the fact we're hanging out here and nothing is really bothering us at this point. So name tag, I'm going to put you away so I know where you are in there. Nuke virus, I probably should have just left that. We'll put it in here because I'll probably never use it. Conduit probe, I actually do want one of those. So what we're going to do, I think, at this point with what's left of the episode, because I probably just had a bunch of fun with that little bitty fight, is we're going to kind of move on a little bit. Let's get a couple of other things built, and let's get our gear back on, you know, our working gear, I suppose. Let's see, working gear is this and that. I'm going to eventually do something with this stuff, you know, as we go anyway. But now what I can do is I can take a whole bunch of stuff, and I can take all of these data models right here, and I can place them into this machine system over here, and we can actually start farming the parts that go with some of this stuff. Now, do I really need that? No. Do I really need this one? Not really. Mainly the only reason why I was after all of those is because I knew they were there. Now, the zombie flash, or zombie one, the zombie is actually going to be a kind of a usable thing because of the pristine zombie matter will allow us to get some of this other stuff. Now, the pristine zombie matter will allow us to fabricate some of this other stuff as well, so I can start fabricating those potatoes if I so feel like, or I can start fabricating the iron. So that's another way of being able to accumulate a lot of iron is by running that thing through there, to the point that I think actually, Mr. Wither, you can go away, and we're going to have to make a bunch of that stuff. Let's see, do I have any of that clay, polymer clay? Can I make? No, I need to make some clay. I will do that in between episodes. I need to get those running. We're going to start using some of this stuff to produce some of the stuff that we're going to do. I don't know exactly which one of these we're going to continuously use. I do know for a fact that I want this one running all the time. And I think I'm going to at least want this one running all the time, as well as the zombie running all the time. And of course that shulker. The shulker is how we make diamonds, so it's pretty cool. All right, so the next step I think I want to work on towards this while we have a little bit of time today is I want to work on getting the slice and splice so that I can automate a few other things a little bit easier. And slice and splice is going to be the first thing that is going to be using this soul machine chassis, and the soul machine chassis is going to require us to make soul attuned dye. So let's look through this process, shall we, for a really quick minute. So soul attuned dye is going to be some soul powder, nether quartz, organic dye, and some of this stuff. How much of that do we have? We need to make some more brown organic dye, which is this stuff, right? How do you get this? Twigs and prunings, sticks, bushes, grass. Yeah, that's not worth my time. So we'll do slime balls and coal powders. And I think we figured out the last time that we didn't need to do just charcoal, but I think we still have quite a bit of charcoal dust, coal dust, pulverized charcoal. Something is up today with the, yeah, now that's all the same stuff, even though that wasn't. There should have been some coal dust in there. Okay, cool. Slime ball. We're getting a little low on slime balls. That's fine. And some of this stuff here. And we need to grab, where did we do with the quartz? Stack of quartz. We'll run that through here. There you go. Thank you. And you need to go on alloys. So this to that. And how do I have any pristine slime matter left? Anywhere? I thought I did. Okay, pristine blue slime matter. We're going to place this in here, and I should go ahead and do this, but whatever. We'll just make some slime balls. Actually, do that while you're at it. I should be making those too, but we'll just go ahead and make those all one through a time. There we go. And then we'll take that out of there. Cool. All right, so that should give us enough slime balls to do some work. Yep, there they go. Cool. So, do we have enough to make the, what is this stuff? Brown, was it soul something or other? Soul attuned dye. Okay, so we have enough of that stuff now. This is black organic dye. I thought we had some of this. I thought I had some of that. Well, give me one of those then. Let's see, we just do this, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That maybe would be fine. You can do that, cool. And then I should have some solarium. I don't have any solarium. Beautiful. That's going to be whatever. We'll just do that for right now and hang on to that one piece of soul sand. Do this for me, please. And I can put all of that back. I think we can put that away. I may need to make more than that, don't I? Let me see. Slice and splice is going to need a bit of solarium as well. It needs 4 plus the 2 there. Actually, I think we'll be okay. Nothing else. I should be able to make some more soul sand, which is just that, or I believe I can just duplicate it. So let's just go duplicate that really quickly. Not that it matters. We got plenty in the nether. And there we go. Do that again. I love how quickly some of that stuff crafts. Just go ahead and do half a stack of this stuff, and we'll run that through this while we work on other things. That way we have plenty. Good job. All right, so slice and splice. And splice requires one of these, which is one of those. We should be able to do that now that we have solarium. I just need to cut 2 of those down. into this. Just so many of these back and forth, little back and forth things, but we're done now. All right. Nope, not that. You to you to you to you. There's 6 of those. That's amazing. We need a machine chassis. One of these. There we go. I need a bit of a PCB, which we should have. Circuit. Yeah, I thought I made a bunch of those. And we need one more of this stuff right there. Stone burnt. Let's go make us a nice little first one of these machines, which I think this is actually a quest if I recall correctly. I should go check on my chickens. I bet we have a bunch of them. Just, don't do anything. Just do that. Bonk. 1. Go. I really should go check on those, but I think we'll be okay. Hello? Oh, what happened? Why are these... What? Hello? What are you doing? No. Why are you not running? This was working perfectly fine the other day. Oh, come on. Hello? No. 4.5. There we go. I don't know why that wasn't working. Did that really require that much pressure? Yes, it does, doesn't it? Okay, cool. Well, whatever. And just do the deleting of this. Control all of this. Delete. Good. And there is our soul chassis. Wonderful. Awesome. Now this is going to shut off. Good. Okay, cool. And that got us an advancement right there, which means we can now start doing some of these other things. I may play with one of these other... there's another thing. What is it? It's not the experience one. It's one of these pedestals that is really kind of fun to play around with in environments like this when you have a large spawning area for something. So I may end up using them eventually. Just wish I could shove stuff through a portal. I mean, I guess we probably could, but that means I'd still have to stand on the other side. Anyhow, slice and splice. Slice and splice. Slice and splice is going to be the first thing we're going to use that for. So I should be able to make this, maybe 2 of those. I'm not out of infinity dust, am I? There's no way I'm out of infinity dust. We may need to go start making some more infinity dust. Yeah, I think I might need to set that back up. It's been sitting there not doing anything for a while. So, okay, we got 2 of those. We should have energized glowstone, or energized energet. And do I not have energetic stuff? I don't. I have 3 of them. Good lord. Good lord. Slice and splice. Go. Cool. Awesome. Nice. And any old capacitor, I guess. It doesn't really matter which one of these we grab. Is there one that's stating for the slice and splice? Maybe. Global level, energy level, no. I'll just grab that one. Like I said, I have to kind of play with these to figure them out. But this is going to be one of those machines we're not going to be doing a whole lot of stuff with, so we're going to let it load itself up. It's going to want an axe, and it's going to want one of those. That is totally, completely awesome. What I wanted that for is what I need to be able to make the Gormalaeus work a little bit more efficiently over there. There's many different kinds of filters. So the Gormalaeus is going to be one of those things we're going to use Ender IO for. Because of the functionality that is the ability to be able to contain everything in one little system. I guess I can shut this off now that it's out of food probably. But because of the fact I want to use vanilla droppers for this system, I don't want to waste, other stuff on things. Like, I don't want to feel like messing around with the automated users. Plus, I think the automated users are a little bit more... they're a little bit more intense on the CPU than those things actually are. I don't know exactly for certain on those. But there's a filter in Ender IO that I want to be able to make, and it's the a limited item filter. And a limited item filter requires a advanced filter, which requires a Z-Logic controller. So in order to be able to utilize those the way that I want to do, the way that I want them to work, which is basically I don't want to fill those droppers full of food. I want them to keep at most a stack in them each. So that means I will only keep 6 stacks or however many stacks of food at any given time in those things. So in order to be able to do that, again, we needed to be able to do that. So if I do, we'll just use some diamonds. Why not? And some shears. There you go. But we get the zombie heads, which we've already got quite a few of them. Use on you, sir. Use on you in a slice and splice is zombie electrodes, which will make zombie generators, which we can use to do a few things, but we're going to be more or less along the lines of doing this thing. So some solarium. Again, you cannot spell. Solarium, we need 2 of those. And did I put the silicon in on a recipe? I did not, did I? Look at me. Silicon alloy smelter. No, I did not. Can we get a piece of quartz? Ground. Up then. What am I doing? Pick them all up. This should be on alloys again, so we'll have to set this up either way. We need 2 more of those. Gimme. Missed it. I did get them. Okay, cool. And then we can just toss this in here and do doot, 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 go. And I'm short what? What was I short? Z-Logic. Redstone. Figured that much. Piece of redstone, please. I wanted 1, but you gave me 2. That's okay. That's cool. Make it. I love that they changed the automation, or the animations for these. It's so gross. Sweet. All right, nice. And then that will let me build the filters that I want to make, which is awesome as far as things go. So advanced filters are going to be something along those lines. Thank you very much. This is awesome. Now, these things hold a considerable amount more as far as information is concerned. If I do like this compared to the normal ones, so if I stick that in here and we look at the priority, I get a lot of fancy stuff over here now. I can do a little bit of stuff with it, plus we get a considerable amount more things to filter. So that's kind of one of the spots I wanted to be at today, because that means now I can finish automating that mess, and we can talk about it next episode, so we can start working on the orchid endium, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll just, I don't know where we're going to be next episode. We got a few things we need to kind of start working towards as far as this mess is concerned. I do have this process. We can get to the heat overload on this. We can go ahead and start working out this direction. We're not all that far from leaving the area, I believe, so we may have to kind of start fooling around. Plus, I should probably go back down here and automate this dude just because we're going to need it. There are going to be a few things we're probably just going to skip over. I know there's flight. We may just not even worry about that. Flight's going to be a lot of fun when the time coming through, but we do have the chickens. We can do all that kind of stuff. We'll just have to figure out what we want to do next episode. But I think for now, I got done what I wanted to get done today, and I'm rather happy about it. So I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.